Let me begin by asking us to reflect upon an event all of us have gone through. Regardless of your different routines, regardless of our different preferences, there is one thing which happens to each one of us on a daily basis. All of us encounter opinions. Sometimes they come through conversations at home. Sometimes they reach us through a viral reel, a headline, a debate in school. Now, might have also noticed that all these opinions, regardless of how they reach us, have a common link. All of them represent the first R word of my talk. So I decided, why not begin by embracing this word? Radical. Let me do something radical. Let us divide the audience sitting in this room into two categories, completely based on my own presumptions, my own stereotypes. First of all, we have those of us who take the initiative. We love looking about debates, we love searching up different people's opinions, and we take the initiative ourselves. Second of us are people who need the comment section, the viral reel, the headline to understand that, okay, there is something happening in the world right now. Now, do not fear, because this stereotypes, this judgment, it is temporary. Because think about it. Each one of us, regardless of which group we lie in, have one thing in common. Every time you read an article, you watch a video, you see a documentary, something happens. All of us are asked to make a choice. It could be a conscious decision. It could be a subconscious decision as well. Think about it. Whenever you come across a video or an article, you either have a very strongly articulated opinion about which side of the spectrum do you lean on. Maybe you will have a subtle inclination about, okay, this is what I believe in. But regardless, no matter how much we claim to be detached, to be unbothered, and this is not my cup of tea, every one of us has something to say. And this is where the real talk begins. Most opinions, most discussions we see today revolve around this similar theme of culture versus modernity, progress versus traditions, roots versus wings. We are told repeatedly and a little subtly that in order for us to be progressive, we must let go of what connects us to our roots, of what our roots really are. That roots are restrictive. They make you a conservative. They teach you to refuse change, and they teach you to be in disgust with whatever new comes at your path. But is it really true? This is where I want to give you the one line which you can carry with you even after this talk ends. Roots do not kill wings. They do stabilize them. Think about it. Your roots are something which gives you meaning, a purpose in your life. They give you a lens, they give you context to look at things. Modern media enjoys telling its youth that in order to be progressive, you must let go of anything and everything that does not sound global, does not look modern, or just in general goes too much for the culture vibe. And this is where we must begin to question, what exactly do roots limit? And where does this idea come from? Every time you come across an opinion, this I believe is a canon event, especially when that opinion comes with the word progressive, we have a subtle inclination to lie on its side, to agree with the change in a system, in a thought which is being proposed to us. Have you ever asked yourself, ever paused, where is this inclination come from? Because it is not coming from nowhere. Most of the media we consume, the so-called politically neutral media, so-called progressive media, teaches us that roots are to be abandoned, change is to be accepted, and to not do so is what makes you a conservative. So think about it and answer this question. the next time you think, would you care to think about your roots? Roots here signify our culture, our values, what we already have as a part of our existence. And this is where we must think, this is where we must believe. Roots are providing us a lens, a way to look at the world. They give us a ground before we begin to accelerate. They give us stability before we think about dreaming. And this is where we must begin to question. Because in a world which is passionate about globalization, which is passionate about uniting everyone as one, it becomes critical to think about your identity. It becomes critical to use your roots, and it becomes critical to be a radical. Henceforth, do the radical act of staying rooted. Thank you.